Hello, welcome back. I was so excited to visit my sketchbook today that I drew this, talked all the way through the process, and realized that it wasn't recording. So we're gonna try again. And it'll probably be better on the second try, so I'm gonna do that again. And I will still talk through the process and double check that we're recording at regular intervals. Okay, so the picture that I wanted to use, that I was basing this off of, which I'm not gonna like have it out, I don't have the picture out or anything, but it was sort of an Eastern European kind of like traditional outfit, and she had like a flower crown that like went around the back of her head. The collar was like really fluffy, like tulle, and then like a basket of flowers. So I just wanted to try to capture that on my own. So here we go again. Start with our head. I don't know, I don't need her to be that far down, I guess. I can do whatever I want. Okay. And then I'm gonna have her facing that way again. The shoulder. Make sure it's always on the outside of the chest, right? So it's a lot helpful for me. I like to draw the chest and do the arms on the outside so that I can visualize them being on the side of the body. My professor actually made that all one. So she made her chest shape large enough to fit the arm in there. And if that works for you, then that's great. I always got confused by that. And then I would end up with people with like arms coming out of their neck. So it was weird. So I don't really do that as much, but if that works for you, then that. Be blessed on your journey. Okay. So kind of this fluffy tulle collar situation. So if I just kind of do the inside, like where it's along her neck, and the outside, like the very outer edge, I mean, you can, there's already a hint of tulle there. You can kind of tell, I think. So then her top, like dress, like over, I don't know, almost like a corset kind of, was like over top of her, like a shirt or something. I don't know, like a button down kind of shirt. And then make that a 3D form. Use the curved line. And this, I mean, I think that these little lines help so much. It helps you visualize it sitting, you know, like sitting on the surface like this, as opposed to just like laying on the surface, right? So these curved lines, and I know it seems silly, like thinking that you can trick your own brain, but you really can, because once you get going, you kind of, I don't know, you just start reading off the cues of what you've already put down, and it becomes a lot easier. So I'm gonna do her hand. Does not need to be complicated. I think this like hand kind of holding a basket or something, I think is the easiest way to draw the hand. Just kind of need like a rhombus, sort of a diamond shape. My little family is here. You'll probably hear them, even though they've been instructed to be quiet. Okay. Flowers. So one thing I was saying, a point I wanted to make sure to remember from my solo drawing sesh was that the flowers are probably the easiest thing to draw, like in a sketch. Like this right here is kind of my go-to flower shape. It's really easy. You just like scribble around this shape and then just give it some like squiggly, you know, I mean, that reads flower, and it's very simple. Obviously there's a lot more involved if you're drawing, you know, like a more detailed flower, but for this, I would always find myself getting really hung up in like little details like that, like making the flowers look just right. And I release you from that pressure, because I mean, nothing has to be just right. Everything can be a little bit off if that's what happens. And usually those are the best pieces because they aren't perfect. So I'm gonna get her hair in. So sort of like a Julius Caesar crown, right? That like goes around the back of the head, so we'd only see like the flowers right here. So again, simple, simple, simple. We'll just put some little like shapes. And so then for her hair, I think I just want to do, so it's like, kind of imagine in the back, it's all sort of like tucked under the flower crown. So it's just sort of a messy, like maybe just almost some bangs looking, and then just what would be like on the top of her head. Usually do one of those. So here I did a little more to the hair, and I actually don't like that as much. Oh, sorry, here. So I'm gonna try to simplify it from that. Even though I just put an identical line down. Okay. So I'm gonna move away because I don't know what to do there. I'm not gonna do her other arm. I'm just gonna let that not exist in our world. And then I'll do some lines just to like keep the movement of the tool. So make sure you have some that go back like behind her neck so we can see that it goes all the way around. And then for this, I think I'm just gonna make it like striped. So I'm just gonna sort of generally follow the shape of her body. I don't wanna like make it too crazy, but when you wear stripes, they will sort of fit to your body. So unless you're going for a specific stylized look, you don't really want to just like, stripes are best left to follow the shape of the body. Okay, so then her shirt, she's got an undershirt, so she has to have a sleeve of some sort. So maybe I'll just do like, maybe we'll just do like a big cuff. So it's like a truly like a button-down shirt, right? With just like this big kind of fancy cuff. And then we can make it a little wider than it was because it's not, her arm is inside the shirt. So, but it could be skin tight too, either way. Okay. Let's grab another color. So I did this on here and I did not like the way that it turned out. It just looks, I don't know, it just doesn't make me happy. So I'm gonna get a different color and I'm gonna do, that color will be, so I think I want to do like a red or like There's No Place Like Home. Huh. Ooh. Let's do this. Rose Luster. I like this color. This is a good one. Okay. Okay, I'm going to be careful to make sure to differentiate between her ears, her hair, and these flowers. So it's kind of a tricky zone. So every line I put down is going to be a little more thoughtful on that area. Okay. Out of the tool. Ooh, it's taking shape. I love it. This is my favorite part. Okay, so I'm not totally sure on the shape of her head. I've been really going for these kind of like pointy like crowns of the head, so it kind of comes to a point, and then these little sprouts. I think it's really cute. So those little, I'm gonna make the flowers bigger because I can do whatever I want. Okay. Always trying to find a way to reinforce 3D forms anywhere that you can do. Maybe be a little more, use a lighter hand on some places, like the nose, right? Or like, but if you can add some 3D form in there, it really goes a long way. And not just for you as the artist, but for the viewer and for us as the like consumer. We see those lines and maybe you put those in to help you focus and think about the 3D forms, but then now subconsciously we see these and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's clearly an arm because it goes all the way around. Bunch of leaves in there. Okay. I like that a lot. So much better on the second try. This is no good. I don't like it. It's all like drab and like just, I don't know, it makes me sad. This makes me happy. Look how bright and incredible it is. Oh, those colors live so well together. I just love it. So now I have to do something else, which, you know what I'm gonna do? These. I've never used these in here. So these are my mermaid markers. They're Jane Davenport, so it's like loaded with watercolor ink. So it's a little bit different. It's so dye based rather than pigment based, but it's still watercolor. So like if I put this down and then get water on it, it will reactivate, but there's dye in here, so it's a lot, like it's really super vibrant. I'm gonna decide what color to use because this one right here is one of my favorites. It's almost gone. And this one, oh, it is gone. Yeah, anyway, so we'll do this. Sometimes they come out fast, sometimes you have to squeeze them, so we'll just see what happens. There we go. Oh my, are you kidding me? That is so gorgeous. This is really dark. I already probably went a little too heavy-handed right at the start, so just, I don't know, maybe if you need to be reminded to go in with caution, because I say it all the time and I still forget almost every time. So I'm just gonna kind of go around the tool. We'll use something a lot lighter, maybe another watercolor marker. This one's really dark. So I think I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. Maybe we'll go right underneath her head right there. Ooh, that was a good choice. Okay, do more. Good. That's enough. We'll kind of get like inside the basket would be another place that there's darkest darks. The corners of her mouth. Remember, pupils, nostrils, and the corners of your mouth will always be the darkest points on your face. This fingers would be on the underside because she's like holding the basket. This turning away from the light. And I just decided to have the light going this way just because I decided it in the moment that I put that line down for her nose. I could have done it on the other side and it would have still been cool. So it really, like, I don't have any reason why I did it on that side. I just wanted to. Okay. Ooh, I need to stop, but I don't want to. Okay, go. Okay, stop. Now, I'm going to do this one, I think. These are both watercolor markers. So this is like the difference. Like this is pigment based and this is dye based. Both watercolor though. I don't know. It doesn't really read as tulle like I thought it might. I thought this might be light enough, but it's fine. Just add this. So if I add a color to the page, I think it's really important for to achieve a level of cohesiveness. If you put a color somewhere, always put it somewhere else. So it doesn't have to be huge, but like you want to have the same colors kind of flowing throughout the entire piece, which is why I like to use the same color like for like her clothes or something as her cheeks, or you know, you can kind of mix and match, but keeping the color in the entire thing as a whole, and always bringing the whole thing up together. It's all one piece, it's all one person, so it needs to arrive together. So now I'm gonna do a little on her face. So I need to decide what I want to do first, and I think I kind of want to just do this. This is Starfish is what this color is called. And this one was called, they have cute names. This one's called Byron Bay that I just used. Just a cute color. So this is going to be so bright. I don't know if I want to do this. Like, it's so bright, you guys. All right, we're doing it. It's pretty. I hit her nose. It's going to make kind of a dark purple. So you can see that like got muddied a little bit because it mixes with this green, which is opposite the color wheel from red. So we need to be careful not to mix these too much, especially where they're watercolor. They're going to start living together, and too much and we'll lose the vibrant, cool colors. We will just have kind of brown. It is purple. It is actually pretty. See, but that's too much. I wish I hadn't done that. Let's do the flowers. Just do some dots. Okay. I need to be done with these markers. This is why I don't use these very much, because they are so pigmented and so gorgeous that I always like go all in and then I ruin it because I can't deal with like how bright they are and I don't know how to mitigate it. So this is definitely you know, an art supply that I need to practice with a little bit more, and then it will get easier. But in the meantime, I think I kind of want to do black. I don't do black very often. It It's not my favorite to do lines with. But let's see this. These are just so fine that you can't even see them very well. Oh, it's not bad. It's enough. This is, what is this? Rytec liquid roller pen in 0.5. Pretty cool so far. I sort of suspect that this is just a pen that I got like just at Smith's or something, like an office supply pen. Yeah, so things got crazy. So what happened is I went too dark. So now I'm gonna lose all my lines, which is fine. Instead of like being mad and just abandoning it, what I'm gonna do is switch. So I'm gonna make this dark. So that is just the color of her tank top. And it can also be the color of the shadows, that's fine. And then we'll do something in the background. Like maybe this. I don't know. I also have this, which is also cool. Let's give this one a shot. This one might be on its last leg. These are old. Oh, it's not great, but we'll try. So this is definitely gonna mix with this watercolor marker, so I'm just gonna like try not to as much as possible. And I'm just decided right now that I'm gonna kind of make these all vertical lines. So this sort of background shape is gonna go around her. They don't have to be perfect. Make sure we get like up under the flowers and stuff, and I'm still gonna do more there, so don't, I mean, you know, don't panic. Always. So for some reason when I do a background like this, I don't like to go up around their head. I don't know. The ones that I've done that to, they haven't turned out very well, so I tend to avoid going up around. I just can't like figure out how to follow the shape or have a straight line, or I don't know. So I don't usually do that for no reason other than I don't like to. But I am gonna go underneath her, which is a little weird, but that's fine. All right, we'll get in between these flowers a little bit so we know that that's like behind there. It's part of this world. I think that's all I'm gonna do. I really do. I'll decide for sure in a minute. So now I think I'm going to find a super light pink, and I really do have a super light pink in these colors. This one. I'm just cleaning it off. The tip just looks dirty. So I'm gonna just do her hair in this color, not the flowers. Okay, good. And I'm going to put this somewhere else. So I think I'm going to put it maybe just in the flowers in her basket, because they are different than the ones in her hair. Okay. Cool. I like that. And now let's find... Maybe I do want to do this, so we can just leave the flowers white. And then I still don't want to go up around the, like on the top, but if you just sort of like frame these flowers a little bit more, then it's clear that they're white as opposed to just not being colored in. See, but now it looks weird. So like now I have to go up over top of her head. Find an exit. There we go. Okay, cool. I like that a lot. A lot. And I think I'm just gonna make her like button-up shirt, kind of pinkish. We'll just quickly, because it got all mixed up. That's fine. I like it. And the last thing I want to do is just the lines. And I think I am going to do black. I just want to. So feeling like in a little bit of a darker mood today. And I keep making wet paint there and then putting my wrist in it. Like, why? And I actually really like that mouth. Like, if we go in a lot closer, I'm gonna show you. So look at her mouth. So it's just like a blob and then two little dots of like a different color. That's all I did. But when you come way out here, she's just got a cute little smile on. And it's not perfect. I mean, she's got, you know, it's not perfect, but it's cute. And that makes me happy. Messed up her jaw right there. That doesn't make me very happy, but that's fine. I was in the middle of saying how happy I was. And I don't want to do like everything. I just want to, especially with black, for me, it gets like a little too much if you do too much. So I just want to like use it just to emphasize things that need it. Well, I don't know what else I want to do, so I think I'm done. And I gotta tell you, I don't totally love it, but it was super fun. And now I'm sort of motivated to try to figure out this green, this Byron Bay. I need to figure out who it plays well with. I want to use it in something else. I think we're going to try to use it with other blues. I think it'll do a lot better with other blues. So I'm going to try that. And this is how it goes. So I will close the book on this thing I'm not totally thrilled about, and we will try again tomorrow. And I'll see you next time. Bye.